Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Kendall. We have a daughter named Maddie and a dog named Bonsai. And we love being outside, we love eating healthy, and we love our family. Come join us on our journey as we chronicle our adventures, losing weight, and having fun outdoors. So this week's a little bit different. I decided to do a 0-point week because Jon and I went to the beach and we took a week off of Weight Watchers. We didn't log anything the whole time that we were at the beach. And so we just decided that since we had taken a week off, we were going to be a little bit more strict this week, and we decided to do a 0-point week. And I decided to film every single food that I put into my mouth for the entire week. It was really hard to film every food that I put into my mouth, but I did it. On Monday morning, I'm going to weigh myself so you can see what happened Monday morning. And we'll see if I lost any weight. I hope that you enjoy this film. It's a little bit different than what I normally do, but it was really fun to make. We're starting a 0-point week. And the first meal of the week is eggs and cherries. Yum. Maddie's getting bacon because she's not on a 0-point week. Doesn't that look good? Yum.
Are you already craving bacon? You haven't even had your first meal?
So we're on the way home, and I got a little hungry, and we've got this oven classic turkey breast, and I'm having a couple slices of this just to tide me over. For lunch, I'm having oatmeal with bananas and cocoa powder and vanilla extract, and it is absolutely delicious. John made it. So that's what we're having for lunch. 0 points. This is our bounty from our garden. Well, the potatoes aren't from our garden, but the cucumbers and the few tomatoes and the beans are. And it's about 4:30 and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna have some cucumber dipped in ranch. This is the yogurt, the Greek yogurt with ranch seasoning in it, and that is what I'm gonna have for my snack. What are you making?
I'm making hash browns, John Nagy style. Never made them before. Didn't really look at a recipe. I know you don't normally put eggs in them, but I'm trying to add a little bit of protein in, and the eggs are 0 points. So I've got a bowl full of 4 shredded potatoes, salt, pepper, and 2 eggs. And this is going to be my 0-point hash browns. Hands are clean. Just going to go ahead and work the shreds and the eggs together.
So you shredded the hash browns and then you soaked them?
Yeah, so you got to soak them. Well, not really soak them. You just got to rinse them real well to get the starch off.
Oh.
And then you got to press them dry, which I probably didn't get them quite as dry as I should have, so they may take a little longer to cook. But hopefully this will work. We'll find out when we're done.
They're looking nice and golden. And the beans are looking very green. This is our giant hash brown with 2 sunny side up eggs on it. And I've got green beans that I'm going to eat as well. But I'm going to eat this part first. This is 0 points. The potatoes are 0 points. And the eggs are 0 points. So it's about 9 o'clock at night and I'm having some decaf coffee. This is the Vanilla Premier Protein. I put about 1/4 of this in there. And so it's 0 point because this whole thing is 2 points. So I'm having some 0-point decaf coffee. So I'm going to try the vanilla and see what I think about that because I only tried the caramel before. It's pretty good. Actually, I think I like it better than the caramel. And I think I like it better in my coffee better than the caramel too.
We have hacked the SodaStream to save hundreds of dollars every 5 years. But, so the SodaStream tanks are super expensive, and I was like, well, why are we paying premium prices for these tanks and we can't hardly find them? We go to Bed Bath & Beyond, they're like, we're out of stock. Go to Target, we're out of stock. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. They'll exchange them, but they don't let you return your old tanks. It's just not a good system. So I went on the internet and found that you can purchase a CO2 tank that you would use for like a kegerator for beer. You can get food or beverage grade CO2 at your local welding supply store, possibly at like a wine and bottle shop. They may have it there too, or a keg shop. Basically, there's a regulator inside the SodaStream, and so I'm utilizing the regulator on the back of it, and I'm hooking up a hose with the same type of threading onto the regulator there that you would normally screw the bottle onto, and then running the line down to my CO2 tank, hooking it up and opening the valve and hoping it doesn't blow, but it's supposed to hold. So I just made my first thing of carbonated water with our new tank system, and we're going to save money over the next 30 years.
And he had to bolt it in to the cabinetry so that Maddie doesn't pull it down. And then he tied that in with I don't know what that is, a clip or something, so that she won't pull on the wire. So hopefully, it's ugly, but
it ain't going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. I'm weighing myself on Tuesday because we didn't have a scale at the beach, so this is kind of my starting weight. So I gained about 2.2 pounds while I was at the beach, which I don't think I ate that many calories to gain that much weight, but that's what the scale says. So anyway, we're going to continue on with our 0 point week. And I'm getting ready to have my coffee and eat some oatmeal. My 0 point coffee. Oats for breakfast.
Exactly a professional chef.
Cocoa powder. That's not a lot of cocoa powder. Yeah, make it chocolatey.
Cinnamon, stir.
Normally we put vanilla in it, but we can't find any vanilla.
Let's just outsource it.
1 banana, 2 banana. This is where we get the sweetness from instead of using sugar. 3 banana. More bananas. This is for the chunky banananess. There's a stray one. Maddie found it.
Good thing we have a baby to clean up.
So these are our oats. We also added 1 tablespoon of PB2 to it. That's half a point, but half a points don't technically count. So it's still 0 point.
And PB2 is a powdered peanut product where they just extract the oil out of it, so it's really low calorie.
Yeah, it's good. Maddie likes to go backwards. Yeah. This is dinner. It's like 3 o'clock and we're having some food at the farmhouse. And this is 0 points. Pinto beans, greens, and shrimp. So for dinner we're having whole wheat pasta with red sauce. We made our own sauce so it doesn't have any sugar in it, so the sauce is 0 points. And I got some basil from our garden to put in it. What do you think, Maddie? Is it yummy? She doesn't know. It's Wednesday morning. I'm having a banana and some strawberries for breakfast. For lunch, I'm having leftover pasta from last night. And I would love to put some cheese on here, but that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna have some unsweetened applesauce, one Werther's Original, which is sugar-free. If you have one of them, it's 0 points. When you have two, it becomes 1 point. And then I'm also gonna have a banana. It's 4 o'clock, and I'm having an apple for a snack before dinner. Well, I mean, it's like 2 hours till dinner, so it's gonna tag me over till dinner. Dinner is salmon, potatoes, and corn. There's no oil on anything, and Jon just used a ranch packet to flavor the potatoes. He's the grill master. So it's about 9:30 and I'm having watermelon before I go to bed. It's not the best watermelon I've ever had. It's not the worst watermelon I've ever had, but it's definitely not the best. It's a little mealy. On days that I have to work, I often don't eat breakfast, and I didn't eat breakfast today as well, just simply because I'm not hungry when I wake up that early in the morning. Doesn't that look healthy?
It does. It looks good.
Chicken, green beans, and potatoes. Oh yeah, and I have watermelon.
That looks good.
The watermelon is... I'll let you try it. It's like
Looks really good.
a little bit mealy though. It's not crunchy like
Where'd you get it from?
Aldi.
Yeah.
Sometimes their produce can be hit or miss.
Yeah.
I'm not super hungry for dinner, so I'm just going to have some turkey and lettuce wraps with some mustard on it. And I think it'll taste really good. It'll just fill me up enough. It's 10:30 and I'm just now having breakfast. I'm having eggs and some tomatoes. I really would love to have some bread, but that costs points, so I'm not having it. That's what I'm having. So I'm gonna make something called, it's like oat bread, and it's a Weight Watchers recipe. And I'm replacing brown sugar with stevia. So I hope it works. I don't actually know. The other thing about this recipe is I don't have any information about like how long to cook it or what temperature to cook it at. So I feel like I'm on Great British Baking Show and I have really minimal ingredients and I have really minimal instructions and I've got to figure it out. So they tell you to do 4 cups of quick cooking oats. So I'm going to do 4 cups of that. And then 1 cup of all natural plain non-fat yogurt. Let me go get that. All right, so hopefully there's a cup of yogurt in here.
Honey, you almost chopped my toe off.
Okay, clearly I wasn't prepared. I should have had this stuff measured out already, but this is how real people cook. Let's be honest. And I don't have enough yogurt in this one, which is a lot of yogurt. Alright, so there's a cup of yogurt, and then a cup of pure pumpkin. So this is just pumpkin, there's no like sugar in it already. It's just the pumpkin. Swerve brown sugar replacement. So that Swerve stuff is like sugar-free brown sugar, and it is really expensive and I don't have it. So you're supposed to do a half a cup of Swerve brown sugar and a half a cup of Swerve granulated sugar. I have neither of those, so I'm going to do 1 cup of stevia. Because that's like honey. Alright, so there's a half cup. There's a half cup. I hope that this turns out good because stevia has kind of a weird taste to it. 2 eggs. And then you can add in your own spices and dark chocolate if you want to. I'm not doing any chocolate because that's going to add points to it. And we're still doing a 0-point week. So I'm going to get 2 eggs. Alright, so here's 2 eggs. I'm just gonna like sprinkle some pumpkin pie spice in there. That's a lot. And some cinnamon. Cinnamon.
And as a side note, baby Madeline is enjoying her avocado and turkey. Mmm.
Alright. Nutmeg. We have nutmeg. And then I have 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna just try some of it just to see what we're gonna be working with. It has kind of a funky aftertaste. That's because of the stevia. What did you think about the taste of the batter?
Awful.
Yeah, it's got that aftertaste.
I still taste it.
It'll be interesting to see what it tastes like when it's cooked.
I think I might be a fan of like more or less real sugar rather than
a banana.
bad sugar.
We could have used a banana and maybe sweetened it that way.
We could experiment with that.
Yeah. Like, it's really good. And then there's that aftertaste. Like, it tastes super delicious at first. So I think, you know what we should do? We have 2 ripe bananas. What if I make another batch? And then we do a comparison. You want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll do it. Okay, so I made another batch. This one has 3 bananas in it and no stevia. So I'm going to see how this tastes compared to the other one, and we'll kind of do a little taste test. Okay, so this batter is a lot more runny than the first one because I guess the bananas have water in them, and so it's a lot more runny. So this one probably is going to have to stay in there longer. I have not tried the batter yet, but I will just as soon as I get it in the pan. Alright, let's try it. That's really good. I actually really like it. No sugar at all. It's just 3 bananas. You want to try it?
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
It's really good. There's no like sweetener in there. It's a 0-point bread. Okay, so the one on the right is the one that has the stevia in it, and the one on the left is the one that has the bananas and no stevia. And the one on the right, I don't know if you can see, is like a lot thicker. And this one has a lot more water. So it's more like a batter, which I think might actually make it taste better. So I'm going to put these in for 45 minutes and then I'm going to check on them. And it's set at 350. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes. The one with the bananas, the one on the left, rose a lot more than the one on the right, the one that had stevia. Let me just see if they're done. I'm just gonna put the toothpick in. They appear to be done, so I'm gonna take them out, let them cool, and then we'll try them. So what did you think of the bread?
Well, the banana one I tried first, sweetened with only bananas and pumpkin. It was good. It was moist, very, very dense, oaty, hearty, but it wasn't very sweet. Surprisingly, it tasted like bread.
It tasted like bread?
Just plain bread, like it needed jelly or syrup on it or something delicious.
Okay.
And then the sugar one I figured would be a lot sweeter, and it was a little bit sweeter, but it had the most horrible aftertaste that I gave up after 2 bites.
Okay. I'm gonna try to eat it now. So this is the banana one, and that is the stevia one. I'm gonna do the banana one first. This is my lunch. Yum. So it's about 4:30 and I'm starting to get really hungry because all I had were those couple of pieces of bread for lunch. So I'm gonna eat some of this turkey and lettuce wrap, which I made for myself yesterday and I really liked it. And I'm gonna try this Walden Farms Thousand Island dressing. I haven't tried this yet, so we'll see if I like it. All right, let's try it first before we commit. It's really good. I also like to just put some mustard on. Mustard's really good too. So let me try this.
You want a pickle?
Ooh, a pickle sounds good. The dressing's really good.
Can't do fake sugar.
Daddy?
It doesn't taste like fake
Tell
sugar.
Daddy what that is.
All right.
What is that? Is that a zebra?
Come tell me, I want to hear.
Maddie just said zebra for the first time.
Zebra? Zebra. Zebra.
What is that? What is that, Daddy?
I can't do it.
Maddie, can you say zebra?
Zebra.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Good job.
Maddie, I'm very impressed.
Zebra.
So we're eating dinner. And we're having salmon, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus. And it's very good. I'm eating some pineapple. It is 8:30. And this pineapple is really good. It's very juicy and very sweet. For breakfast, I'm having a piece of the pumpkin banana bread that I made and some coffee with a splash of Premier Protein in it. So this is going to be 0 points. And then I'm going to go off to work. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm having for lunch so that I don't have to take my camera to work. I'm having watermelon and some asparagus and Brussels sprouts and leftover salmon. So today I have to confess I was really tempted. I didn't really like the salmon that I took for lunch because it didn't reheat very well and it just didn't taste that good. And so I was really tempted to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they have, those Uncrustable things. And those are 7 points, but I did not do it. I ate all the watermelon that I had and I wasn't really hungry, but I probably should have, I don't know, prepared better. Anyway, I didn't fall, so it was good. All right. For dinner, I'm having chili that Jon made. It's got ground turkey that's like 99% fat free, so that's 0 points. All these beans are 0 points. And then Jon made a tomato sauce that doesn't have any sugar in it, so that's also 0 points. It's really good. I'm excited about it. I'm having a banana for my dessert. So I'm really hungry. It's 8:30 and I decided to have some pasta with red sauce that Jon made that's 0 points, and the pasta's whole wheat, so it's 0 points. I think I'm basically making up for the fact that I didn't really eat much lunch. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna have right now. Today is Sunday, and we are basically at the end of the challenge. We started on Monday. We started on Monday the 6th, and today is the 12th. So that is 7 days of eating 0 point foods. So we will see what has happened when I weigh myself on Monday. So Monday's going to be like the last day that I film. I'll just weigh myself and we'll see what happened as far as like how much weight that I lost. But I don't think I'm going to be filming foods on Monday. It has gone relatively well. There's been a couple times that I've been tempted, especially at work. It's been really hard at work because people were eating like ice cream sandwiches, and someone was going out to get some like hot dogs and hamburgers from a really good restaurant in town, and they asked me if I wanted to get some, and I really did, but that was the day that I brought salmon, and I knew that the salmon wasn't going to taste very good, but I just kind of like went with it anyway, and I had to eat like some of my salmon just so that I would have enough food in me to like last throughout the rest of the day. But anyway, it wasn't that hard because there's so many foods on Purple Plan that you can eat to make a meal and snacks. So I was able to do it. Jon said that he got really tempted when he was at work too. He did this with me. So yeah, it's been a good challenge, and I think I'm gonna kind of keep trying to do it. Maybe not 100%. Like, I think I might have a cheat meal here and there, or like a day, but try to do 0 points foods like for maybe the during the week, and then on the weekends maybe like use my points. I don't know. I will tell you, I have weighed myself, so there has been some weight loss, and that's really encouraging to me. So stay tuned, and I'll show you what tomorrow brings. But for breakfast today, I'm having eggs and banana. I've already kind of been eating on it. Maddie had eggs and a banana, and she had toast. And that is probably what I'm missing the most, is toast right now. And like just bread, because I really love bread. Anyway, so we are at the park. Maddie's ready to go. Maddie's wearing my mom's visor. She will not wear any headbands, but for some reason she loves wearing my mom's visor. So my mom bought this special for her. I'm drinking some iced coffee. It's just Premier Protein and then some coffee, regular coffee that my husband made this morning. So I'm gonna sip on this while we're at the park. So this little park is like maybe 15 minutes from our house, and it's only about $1 to come in and see the animals, but it's like a little mini zoo, and they have a big playground which we can't use right now because of COVID. And then they have like a lake you can walk around and stuff like that. But we're just watching Maddie enjoy the animals. That's not a baba. That's a goat. Can you say goat? You say goat? Is that a bear? Baba's the name that she calls our dog. His name is Bonsai, so I think she realizes that it's some type of animal. Is that a bear? Can you say bear?
She's only 16 months old, so she's not supposed to be even doing this.
Can you say bear?
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see him?
See it?
Yeah, you see the bear?
Baba.
Baba. See it.
It's moving, isn't it? It's a big bear.
Look at that bear go. Look at that bear go. Does that bear remind you of Bonsai?
That's not a doggy.
It's a big, big bear.
Not a puppy.
So for lunch, I'm having deviled eggs. I mixed together the yolks and some yellow mustard and half a tablespoon of relish. 1 tablespoon of relish is 1 point, so I just have half a point here, so it's still technically 0 points. This is 4 eggs. So I don't know, I might get filled off of this. I might feel like I need to eat something else. It's already 4:30. I don't know why I'm eating so late. I just was editing and kind of lost track of time. So we're out at a restaurant and I'm gonna have this salad with as little dressing as possible. It's honey mustard and they didn't have something that was 0 points, so I had to just use what I had. I'm having shrimp and scallops and a baked potato, and I'm hoping that this doesn't have butter on it. I asked for them not to put butter on it, but they put butter on it anyway. So this is what it is. So dinner was a bit of a bust. I had the scallops and the shrimp and the baked potato, and everything was absolutely awful. The baked potato was super dry and I could barely eat it. The shrimp were really dry. They had been frozen and they tasted overcooked. And the scallops, just, I don't know, they were gross. And I struggled to eat any of it. I did eat some of the scallops, but basically I kind of fell off the wagon. And it's so annoying because it's the very last day of this challenge. And the only reason I fell off the wagon was because I was actually really, really hungry, because all I'd eaten were eggs all day long. And I hadn't even done that on purpose. It's just the way that it worked out. I was looking for something quick for lunch. So anyway, I ate some hush puppies at dinner. So that definitely was not 0 points. I'd say I didn't count them. I probably had somewhere between 5 and 8. So it was definitely like a full serving of hush puppies. But that's basically what I ate because everything else tasted so bad. I think that this restaurant just really doesn't do broiled food that well, and they're basically doing a lot of fried food, and that's how they serve their food and make it taste good. So I definitely learned not to go there to try to eat healthy because it was awful. So tomorrow I'm going to weigh myself, and I'm hoping that those hush puppies didn't like screw it up, but I don't know. The other thing I wanted to say about this week is I have not exercised at all this week. I haven't even really gone for any walks. I've had an extremely busy week and just didn't have any time to do that. So this is going to be a 0 point week also with no exercise. So kind of to see what happens when you eat 0 point on purple and you don't exercise. So we'll see tomorrow. So I just weighed myself and I was 203.9 at the beginning of the week on Monday. and today's Monday, and I was 200.8. So I lost 3.2 pounds, and I feel pretty good about that. The only thing is that I just really wanted to get below 200 this week. I kind of thought it would be very poetic if I got below 200 on the week that I was doing 0 points, but that didn't happen. So that's okay. I'll just keep hacking away at it. I thought that this week was not too bad. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't horrible either. So I definitely am going to start taking advantage of eating more 0 point foods and 0 point meals. And we'll kind of see if I try to do a challenge like this again in the future. But it was okay. It'd be interesting to see too, like how much weight I could lose if I was also exercising, because I didn't exercise at all this week and I still lost 3.2 pounds, so that's pretty good. All right, y'all have a great week, and I'll see you back here next Monday.